All right. Looks like things are going live.
Yeah. Well, let me check if I can if your stream looks good or not.
Oh, I need to change the date on my Offworld Guru. It is. What is today? Today is the 11th.
Today is the 11th, the fated day.
There we go. There we go. All right. So, hopefully, Toby has let people know that I'm live. Toby,
Uh,
have you done so?
Toby, a second. Twitch got you, so okay. I think you need to turn up my volume a bit higher on your stream.
Um, so I need to turn up your voice higher for the stream.
Yep.
I have you at max volume.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's see if last time racer to help out, I guess, to
Oh, now you're host again.
you got kicked out.
No,
Time
I didn't
racer.
get kicked out, but you've been made the host. I have no
That is
clue what's
so
going on.
strange. That is strange.
Welcome to technical difficulties at beginning of stream and tournament, everyone.
Well, we're still waiting for players.
Yep.
Please go on to our stream and see if the sound okay. Oh, time racer doesn't see it. Team number. Fence.
Guru. There we go, yes.
Game audio is fine. What about I'm talking to time racer. What about many copies and my voice? Are they in balance?
Did you create a new room or are we still in the old room?
I can still. Actually, let me check. Voice audio is quieter, so I think I can fix that.
You're trying to, so my voice is quiet to you?
No, your voice is fine. So I'm just turning down the game volume slightly for my stream, and then let me check. Time ratio should check your screen soon, I guess.
Oh, thank you, Time Racers. So, who signed up for today?
Oh, the 5x0 said he will be able to show up, but I haven't seen him yet. And then time razor is here. So if we just have one more, right, then I can be a substitute. Then we can have an AI fielder. Then we can start the first game.
Oh, there's division by 0.
Um, do you guys think we can? Hmm,
Oh, now I'm
start
host
a
again.
third player? Yeah.
As soon as I turn myself to observe, then it gives it back to you. There's something very weird going on with this room.
Yeah.
I'm
Lobby is strange. Gonna remake.
yeah.
But we're both streaming time racers, so we can chat.
Yeah.
So
That was super weird. All right.
yeah, it's really weird.
So did you want to make the or no, I see where you've made a new one.
I haven't made a new one yet.
Oh, that's really weird. Okay.
So time razor and divide by 0. We're remaking the lobby, so if you can just get out that lobby. Uh,
Did you
one of you play?
did
Yeah, I'm going to play.
did
So I'm gonna.
did you want me to create the lobby then?
Actually, can you? Yeah, yeah. Let's let you curate the. Can you create a lobby for five? Then I'll play, and then we have a one AI player.
Okay. Let's see. And this is on random create lobby. So I've created the lobby now.
Okay, that's good.
I've got
Networking it. Yep.
okay. So division by zero and hexapus.
Division by zero would be applicant, and time raiser would be CEO, and I would be employee, and then with an AI manager.
All right.
That's a wide range of.
So let's see. How do I put an AI player in there? Oh,
There's an AI player's chat box.
there we go.
There we go.
All right.
That's ready up.
All right. And you probably want to disconnect from the call because.
Right. Let me mute you. Oh, I can't hear many copies anymore. Fair
All
enough.
right. Well, I wasn't speaking for a moment, but
Muted many copies.
all right. It looks like we're ready.
Actually, I'm gonna put brick in here.
And here we go. Now, the fun thing is I can still hear Hexapus, so we'll see if this works. His voice coming in while I'm also casting. Just leave the call up so he can pop on at the end here. So um, we're going to use one AI player. Now, it's very interesting that we've got people at all three different levels. So Time Racers is going to have a
Stream button. Yes, I did press the stream button.
so Time Racers is going to have a bit harder of a time.
We are on series. This is the guru. I think this would be Mr. Sifty.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna turn Hexabus down so I can actually cast. Let's see here. All right. Ooh, series. I love series. Um, got some salt there, water there, lots of different resources there. They're underground nukes, so I might not want to take a scab, but there's lots of silicon. That makes me more likely to take a or what is that thing? A nomad. There's I mean, I'm thinking at least two nomads simply because there's only one iron patch. Um, I am not surprised. There we go, right in the middle. That's a decent found. Oh, and then over here to get access to the salt. I like that. Division by zero. Going and taking those pair of quarries. I'm not a super fan of that, but that'll be okay. Um, wow, the AI going for elite. That says something. I mean, oh, there was another little there. So if the AI puts another steel mine there, since that's a cave, that will also be a medium till it depletes. So that could be good. Going for water early, I don't necessarily blame early water, because it's a food or food starting high, so getting to some early food could be nice. Um, and there we see Hexapus already trying to make that move into water or into food, and going for a solar water play. I kind of like that, especially when liquid batteries. You got liquid batteries, you won't deplete anything. Division by zero, going for an oh, has already got a triangle up, has got a bunch of water coming in. I like that, and his water will not deplete. But he is going to have to be careful of those underground nukes, because, oop, there's a purchase of an underground nuke. There's EMP'd buildings. Yep, that was, and then that was nuked down to trace. That's one way to drive up the price. I would be more hesitant as a scavenger doing that. I like this move into a lot of power here, especially because power is really coming up. So Division by Zero is making a bunch of good moves. These are getting bonuses. I don't necessarily like the splitting of this, but it's okay. Getting the nice bonus from the salt there. Let's see how Time Racers is doing. Time Racers has finally got his Triangle of Steel up, but is kind of missing out on all the big things. The AI is being AI levels, have barely gotten up to 2 now. Division by Zero is also, I think, playing at the lowest level, so or the not the lowest level, but the least difficult level. So getting to run ahead there. Um, can take a good amount of debt there. I don't see any advanced buildings coming out, but that may change. That would be a. How is Pleasure going to fare? Pleasure is going to be okay. I mean, because the factions really spread across the different levels. Robots are going to be no demand for Pleasure. Little demand, medium demand, very high demand. So, entertainment's going to be okay. Let's see what else is coming down. I imagine these could get frozen again, but food is starting to be sold down a bit. There you go. Strikes coming down. Power's still high. Let's see. Now this is series. So profits tend to get really high on series. So I think there should be a or not profits, prices. Profits too. But I'm really thinking, yep, and where did that hit? There you go. That's how you took out the nomad. Or not the nomad, but the scavenger. And the price of power is going to die very quickly here. Where did that go? Someone targeted the AI player. I don't know why you necessarily target the AI player, but Ooh, coming into a lot of fuel there. The Division by Zero is spotting the right markets and getting into them. Hexapus is doing things. Instant mutiny on that Pleasure Dome. Let's see who has control. Time Racers took control of that Pleasure Dome right there. Good move. As soon as it got built, just be like, I'm going to take the profits from it. And he's going to mutiny it back. All right, what have we got here? Got some more things coming on. Has got his base fairly split. Someone else got to overload. Very good. Overload me. Ooh, perpetual motion. This could be very nice. I'd want this probably more as Time Racers or Joji, simply because you're producing steel. But this is a good patent. This will save you quite a bit. So I can imagine going to quite a bit of debt to get this, just because of how much power you're going to already use on it. Immediately cutting your power consumption in half. Okay, Division by Zero is going into an off-world. Not necessarily super bad, but I would almost like to. I'd like to see a better play with that. There's colony is consuming power. Hexapus is going for a patent lab. And I want to see what he has queued up. Liquid batteries. That's a good one. That's going to be moving faster. All right. Patent lab there. On series here, you might actually want to consider going into a optimization center first. And what are you going for? You're going for energy vault. Not necessarily a bad idea with the price of energy. What have you got queued up? You don't have anything queued up. What are you launching? You need to be launching oxygen. Yep. Ooh, destroying some ships. And what are you going on? Thinking machines. Thinking machines is not bad if you're wanting to defend your base there. All right. More things blowing up. So it looks like energy vault is going to go there. Liquid batteries is going to go there. Thinking machines. Okay, so they're all going to get their first pick of patent. And division by zero also has the half price power with perpetual motion. Very good. There's energy vault going into nanotech. That's a strong follow up. Hexapus, what's your next? Liquid batteries, I'm a fan of. But you need some other move. Now that you also have liquid batteries, solar panels become far more interesting because they don't have any input costs. And considering the price of uranium, you know, and that you're just pulling in tons and tons of silicon, throw up a few solar panels, they'll work the whole time with liquid batteries. You no longer need to, you know, anything like this. An extra claim, that's going to be very strong, especially because, um, you know, there's no ways to get extra claims. I mean, you can auction a tile, but then everyone gets to bid on that auction. And division by zero gets it. The power surge here is interesting, but power is not that expensive. Time Racers has nanotech. Okay, come on, Hexapus. If you're gonna have a patent lab sitting there, it should be doing stuff. Teleportation. The price of fuel is not that great. You're not shipping in that much. Not necessarily. Well, it's the price of power for you. There's another nuked tile to really. Now, I might have thrown that down on the water, considering the price of food. Virtual reality, not a bad choice. You're going for slant. Not a bad move. Those launches are continuing to be worthwhile now that you've got one set up. Well, carbon's. Let's see. For you, not that great. For you, steel's not that bad if you could actually get one set up. The division by zero is going for his second Offworld. I mean, not necessarily bad. You've made yourself the target. I promise you that. Time Racers has gotten rid of his patent lab. You got nanotech, energy vault. Yep, you got in, got out. Transparent aluminum, considering the price of glass, could probably help you put up a something, but there we go. There's just a few options there. Someone might want to pick up transparent. Cold fusion could be okay. There he's go. Yep, you see he's getting rid of his, because those are through the roof. Is there anyone just coming out here for raw uranium mines? The AI is. It's going for raw uranium. Division by zero has picked his target, which is Hexapus. Not a bad target, considering, decently up there and starting to optimize. Yeah, and considering the off-world prices and that Division by Zero has options for off-world prices, that'll be good. Division by Zero now also starting to optimize. Possibly oxygen is the thing to optimize as the launch. Oh, that's a good tile. Put down another pleasure dome there. Exipus might as well go for it. He needs something to get the cash. Go there, stick down a pleasure dome. Cut into the pleasure profits. There seemed to be a decent amount to go around, considering the elite pleasure dome and the pleasure dome with the colony, but that is virtual reality boosted pleasure dome. But yeah, shipping off world prices are still decent enough. The AI is deciding to try to take out time racers. Got a good freeze there. I mean, just look at how much profit Division by Zero is getting. Unless someone starts throwing down EMPs and even a slowdown strike, I mean, it's going to get ridiculous very quickly here. Hexapus thinking into time racers. Ooh, a lot of overload, but the overload is just extra power at night. So, I mean, that'll shut down those buildings. The launches are happening. Yep. It's sometimes when they're like this and bouncing back and forth, you select both. So hopefully it'll go one, then the other, one, then the other. It'll be good. Water is getting. Yeah. There was not a lot of goon poppers. The best goon popper there is the circuit overload, maybe the underground nuke if you have it right, but you don't really want to do it with a mutiny. Joji also gets think or perpetual motion because elites can always patent or always get what someone else has already patented. Just pay them half the chemicals from the bank, so it's not even them who have to pay it. All right, Division by Zero. Go ahead and make your buy, get your 2 additional claims, and get your sub stuff working. I think Division by Zero, his next target is probably going to be Time Racers. Although, possibly the AI might be better. But I think Division by Zero is really getting to benefit from the, what is it? The applicant level difficulty and getting to do things. All right. What are you moving into? Back into some more steel. Got some power. Power prices coming down during the solar flare. The Hexpa sub is making tons of money. He buys time racers that locks in the Joji's money investment into time racers. Um, that probably a corresponding level of reward. Division by Zero is still having decent launches here. Still optimizing. I mean, some will start producing electronics. Electronics was like so profitable now. Uranium is there. I mean, if you look at it here, these low uranium tiles are making so much money. I mean, the AI is hacking up the price of uranium. I mean, and I think the AI is pretty much the only person in uranium. The AI is taking advantage of its monopoly. That probably won't be enough to overcome the advantage here of the applicant level bonuses. Oh, yep. The AI is starting to put down Offworlds because the AI can. There are buy buttons. Division by Zero has choice of target. Might as well pick up the hacker array. I don't know if Time Racers has really a shot here. Um, just the stock price is so high and just doesn't have enough of it. What's the hack now? Let me turn Hexapus actually up here. Hey, Hexapus.
How many copies? I got disconnected, so
Oh, I don't think you got
it's okay.
I don't think you got disconnected. You got taken out. You may have gotten
I got
dis.
taken out, and then I got disconnected right away. I
Oh,
couldn't even like stay in the game to watch.
oh, that's unfortunate.
That's
Division
unfortunate.
by Zero is cleaning up. Um, the AI actually made a particularly brilliant move. No one else went into uranium, so the AI started putting lots of tiles on uranium and started hacking up the price of uranium. Smart,
Genius.
smart AI. Um, but yeah, no. The Division by Zero is definitely going to get his boost up to what is it? Employee.
Two employee. Yeah.
Yeah. So that applicant level bonus just couldn't be beaten this game. The off-worlds were surprisingly good early, and because he was an applicant, he was able to go ahead and get them running.
Yeah, I saw him. He went for HQ4 also, right?
Yeah, he went for an HQ4 off-world, but launches were about 40K at that point, which is really high for series, but he got it off and got it done. I did
It's
like your.
amazing. I also nuked his tiles too, so
Yeah,
it's
no,
amazing that he's have enough carbon coming in to do this stuff.
no, I was worried about that with his nuking there. I was particularly worried about it. I was like, that's really vulnerable. I'm not sure I'd take a scavenger, but he made it work. And he threw the first nuke, and I think it was at you actually. And I was like, ooh, I wouldn't necessarily do that and try to reveal that there are nukes out there on the board. Um, but yeah, no, there's a good amount of attacking done. Division by Zero definitely made use of the black market there, really buying about five of the EMPs.
That's good. I think one of the things that we in previous games we talk about that he wasn't aggressive enough in the black market. I guess he learned the lesson
Yeah,
and aggressively used the black market.
yeah. The thing to series, and what I will say is, series you want to consider doing optimizations before patents because generally there are just there's on-world prices get so high that it's worth it. It's just if you have a particular strategy that you're doing that needs a particular patent, like a teleportation scientist, um, you'll go patent first. Um, but other than that, I generally on series just because of how the market works there, you want to hit optimizations first. But
Yeah.
but that's just getting used to series, which is its own little beast. But that was a good little game there. And now we'll have everyone on a much more even level.
And
Uh, I can. I have.
I know I'm asking Dubin, right? Dubin can see
Oh,
if Dubin wants to be sub.
oh, that would be nice if we have a Dubin
Yeah.
because time racers is still CEO, right?
Time Racer is still CEO. I'm employee, and so is so is Division by Zero.
Yep. Dubin has no interest at playing at the that level. Well, yeah, I suppose he could play at manager. If he's filling in for the AI would be at manager anyway. It'd be better to have a something a little more intelligent than the AI.
We can do that too, if Dubin interested. Since it's a sub, it's just a glorified AI that could potentially beat us.
But it's more like you'd be more like an NAI, non-artificial intelligence, unless there's something we don't know about Dubin. Dubin, are you hiding something from us? Yeah.
Division by Zero.
Activate emergency discovery protocols. All right.
Is it like annihilate the world or something like that? Oh, self-destruct.
Construction. Go. So is Dubin hopping in to be our NAI or
I think we're just gonna have to AIs.
just have to AI? Okay.
Yes. I guess the CEO difficulty is really tough for Time Racer. Oh wait.
He's saying fine. We've bullied him into it. Ha ha
Very
ha.
nice.
I mean, we've gently cajoled him into recognizing the superiority of our plan. Yes. No, Dubin does not need to join the tournament.
It's just an event.
An event.
Dubin has a really high chance of winning. That's right.
Yep. So we'll leave him at manager. So, alrighty. And
I'll mute you right now.
yep, and I'm going to mute you too so I can hear myself. Alrighty. Dragging Hexbus back down to 0%. The easiest way for me to do it. Getting the launch here. I can now actually read chat since I do have a second monitor. That is one thing that has changed between this and the last time. So I'm actually going to try to read chat now. See, we're getting all loaded up here. Now, if this tonight goes like usual, oh no, we got a different location. We got Mars. Um, oh, I'll need to ask if people want their masquerade on. But all right, Dubin's coming down as expansive. That's not a bad spot for it. Got all the basic resources he needs there. Um, I'm thinking a scab is going to end up in that crater there because then there's a good high aluminum there. There is nukes, but there's enough there that you can rotate around and be okay. Yep, that's right where I thought that was going to come down. Time racers kind of on the other side here. Coming into the water there. This is a bit of an unusual play, but not one that could be there. If he buys up his steel, then gets his upgrade, he should be okay. Division by zero is coming down late on those two lows. It's a little rough. There wasn't a very good elite in this game, but you know. This is going to be a hard go for division by zero here. That's going well. Where are you going? You're going for water. This is a chemical colony. Oh, you're going into early high fuel. I can see that. People are buying themselves some claims. Time Racers has got something going. Oh, already diminished. Ooh, that's painful. And there are no return of claims. And it's not quite near enough to his base that he can cycle it out to something else. We may see underground nukes thrown around a lot here. So we might see some goon squads going down on resources. Hexapus is first to HQ3. If you're a scavenger, you do want to lead the elites. Time Racers is going into HQ2 power. I do like that as kind of a play since that went down to trace. You started turning it into power. That's making, you know, a something good out of something bad. Some food coming online there. That's worth a little bit of cash. All right. Dubin up to HQ3, turning that solo into a pair. This carbon tile. It's a low. That feels almost like someone auction. Oh no, that one's that there. So Time Racers went and grabbed that carbon tile. Hexapus went and spent for that one. Especially he wants tiles near his base there. Patent Lab. Not bad. Maybe go for some slant drilling to protect yourself. Power is up through the roof. Perhaps cold fusion. Cold fusion could be really good because he's got a lot of water coming in. Use that water there. And what's your profit center? Your profit center is fuel, which is dying, but power. Oh yeah. Oh, you got a bunch of wind turbines out here, sitting on some silicon, so you can change that out later. Not a bad move. Elemental quarry, elemental quarry, greenhouse farm. Going for the cold fusion, yes, you can direct all that power money into paying off your debt and that. I really like how Hexapus is making that move. I'm moving to glass here. I do like that's your upgrade material. So Dubin is there. I'm worried though he's in D debt. Division by zero has been off doing his own thing up here, making okay money there. Going into solar panels, not necessarily the best thing. Who else was targeted? Where did that hit? Do not know where that hit. Hexapus is ahead. He's also going for virtual reality. I like the virtual reality play with 3 expansives and a scavenger in the game. Demand for that is going to be high. Time Racers is trying to do a no steal um, expansive. I'm not so sure that's going to work. Um, I guess what patent you go. I'm not sure there's a patent that gets you around that. Virtual reality, I like that. We'll probably see nanotech next. Extra auction, this should be pretty valuable. At some point, Hexapus should want to make chems. Colony is consuming chems. A little bit of glass now too, but consuming chems, and you're gonna. There we go. There come those chems because you are starting to do research. So the time that research starts happening, chems start getting really good. Food is good. There's steel still going and power. Division by Zero has a solid um, play going surprisingly. Maybe it's because he had a kind of a bad start. He's been left up to his lonesome to, you know, do that, and that can work out. He's gonna need a bit more water. He might want to claim another water tile, um, or else water's gonna get out of control because you're only pulling in 2.1 water, and you are consuming 4 water. That's gonna get nasty pretty quickly. Yeah, this is just gonna start rocketing up with that much consumption, especially because the colony is consuming. Pretty much the only one with a water surplus at this point is Dubin. Dubin's not in the food market yet, or that market, so it looks like he's about to get in there. At least into one of those markets. Going into fuel first. Glass, electronics, chems. It's all hard. Let's see. The thinking machines. That's a nice freeze. Freezing up a lot of power there. Financial instruments from Time Racers. Considering the level of debt, not necessarily the worst plan. Power surges are still at 4.5k. Um, there needs to be more black market because I'm sorry, these like this 4.5k, throw that down, shut that down for a little bit. Um, throw a that is not gooned. That screams to me. At that 500, throw a dynamite there. That'll be great. All right. Who Time Racer is going for teleportation. Not going to be that good for you, except for that. That'll save you some fuel, but you have a fuel discount. You're bringing that in. I guess you also want to bring in some. What is this? Silicon from across the map. Hacker array. Not a, especially it'll be a double boosted hacker array, so 20% boost. Is it, nanotech is the second thing he's going for. Hexapus is the Time Racers is going to get teleportation before Hexapus, it looks like. Yeah, you're going for teleportation. But see, this is a really useful thing about a spy. It can tell you what someone's researching. You're going for carbon scrubbing, which, okay, but you're a scab producing so much carbon. More of a block move, and carbon's not that rare, especially when there's also the option to slant drill your way into carbon. Dubin is basically saying, I've got to make a move. Now, if everyone had piled on, that could have done something. Vision by Zero is going for the Offworld. Offworlds are valuable. Vision by Zero, though, does not have thinking machines. So, gonna have to defend that one the hard way. And I don't think he's thrown down a hologram. Throw down a hologram there. Don't let people know you have that. There we go. That's a nice little bit of money. A shortage in silicon? Yep, hacking up silicon from Hexapus. Good moves. All right, let's start looking and see who's optimizing what. You're not optimizing. You built it, but you're not optimizing. Oh, because it's not built yet. Dubin, you're going for your optimization center. Still under construction. All right, so we will see some optimizations. The glass is going up with a little bit of consumption. Time Racers is trying to defend himself a bit. Let's see. But yeah, definitely by Dubin building that Pleasure Dome, that was a great move because it took about $200 from Hexapus per tick and handed it over to himself. That's a very good tile, even without virtual reality. And there's a proper concealment of a there. All right, it's going for. I guess that means he can throw down like one or two. Well, not wind turbines, but solar panels in that crater and do okay. Time Racers is still stuck at HQ3. Hacking up chemicals, which is alright if you were making them and going to profit off them, but you're not. So essentially, what he's doing is transferring money over to the people who are actually making chemicals. And these are all autoed off, so these need to be taken down and turned into something else. How are the launches doing? The launch is food. Yeah, these water is just too valuable at this moment. If you're going to chems, chems are okay. But these like water tiles, if you just had a straight old water pump, water pumps are doing incredibly well. You got to be careful when you go into that much water producing stuff. You can just drive up the price of water to a really ridiculous level. Then suddenly, you are making things a lot better for others. Sending water out there to refine that. Saying, I don't need the aluminum anymore. All right, so we're seeing purchasing happening here. Everyone's defended themselves, but Time Racers is saying, you know what? You're in D debt, now D+1. Dubin is in a very hard spot. Does have that going. Hexapus has now moved into double Offworld. Is this disguised as something else? Oh, it is disguised as one of those. Very good. So he doesn't have them actually going, he just has them hidden. It's a very nice move. See, use the power of the hologram. Extra claim. That could take division by 0 down into deeper debt. When you're in D debt, you gotta be careful. And a dust storm is about to come, so these solar panels are not going to be that good in about 60 seconds. You have the last day of them there. They are earning a fair amount of money, but your debt is just so high. To raise your debt, you've got to get to 155. So this tile, to me, feels like a hexapus auction. Namely because hexapus wants to be able to slant drill the water off that tile. Claiming even more silicon, doing stuff away from his base, very interesting. Alright, division by zero. Division by zero is in an okay position. And double running Offworlds, they're gooned, but there are network viruses and the thinking machine patents are is owned by Hexapus. Hexapus owns most of the patents. I don't think there's any geothermal vents on this thing, so geothermal borehole is useless. Let's look at optimizations. Dubin is basically trying to optimize his way out of the problem, which may be effective. Really optimizing there. Shortage soon. Hexbus has a huge built-up stockpile. Once that shortage goes through, can sell that off and probably just buy out division by zero, because division by zero is in D+1 debt. As to Offworlds, would make an excellent subsidiary. So division by zero, hit that goon. Okay. That's slightly annoying, but that's not the real one. There are spies. Does anyone... Yep, there's the buy on that. So there is a spy there, but it doesn't know about the off-world market sitting right there. So yep. Time Racer now probably wants to hit into Hexapus. Hexapus is starting to get a little bit debt hit because of water price. The question is, who does he attack? Found one of the off-worlds. Yes. The virus... The virus and the way it bounced. Nope. Didn't find it because it is still hologrammed. Found that one. He'll probably need to goon it now. Oop. Now is in D debt. Needs to worry. But Hexapus should have enough money to could just take out Time Racers. Probably doesn't want to. Probably wants to hit Dubin first. And kaboom. Look at all these prices here. The optimizations. Like the optimizations of oxygen here are just ridiculous. Look at how much that is. You should not be launching oxygen, you should be launching food. Know your launches. The water, even water is ridiculously priced. The division by zero sub is just like, I will make money off of water. There goes Dubin. So now Time Racers, who's still at level 3, trying to go somewhere. Basically trying to power money his way somewhere. I don't think he makes it. He keeps bumping up the price of oxygen. but he's not making oxygen. So your hacks need to be worthwhile. Like if he was hacking up power, that would be better. But hacking up oxygen, I'm sorry, I don't see it. At least he stopped doing that. He was basically just handing money to the oxygen making players. That hacker rays are hard to use well. Um, and there's a reason that as a new player, I would just avoid hacker arrays just because of how tricky they can be to use well. Because if you don't do it right, you just hand money to your opponents. And there comes the buy. There we go. There we go. Hexapus is now a CEO. Alrighty, let's go here and advance Hexapus's sound back up. Congratulations.
Hey, many copies.
Hey, congratulations. Very nice. You've gone up the corporate ladder. You're now a CEO.
I know, right? Isn't that nice?
Yep. So I was not expecting three expansives on this map,
I'm surprised that they didn't take my scavenger spot earlier on.
but it was an interesting play. Division by Zero, doing some interesting things, but I think he needs a the hacker array. I think got the better of him because he was hacking up um, markets that he was not producing in, and so handing profits off to the rest of you.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes. So Time Racers gets the major assist here. But yeah, that was a interesting game. Um, I was surprised at some things that were going. There were some good moves made with spies to try to figure out what's going on and know what to do. Let's look here at the black market. I always love looking at the black market. There, Time Racers did a good amount of black market. Get your spies, get your dynamites.
Actually, I wonder, right? For Time Racer, maybe he's better off not doing so aggressive. Maybe not find spies, you know. So what if you know it? Let
Oh,
the other guy figure out. Use a network virus to refuel it instead of trying to dynamite it yourself.
well, sometimes a spy can be really useful on a patent lab because then you know what they're researching, so you know if you can win it or not, and you put your time in somewhere useful. I
Yeah.
I do give Dubin the desperate attempt to optimize his way out of the problem. He certainly threw down three optimization centers and did that. Yes, power hacks work because you converted your whole base to power. Yes, time racers that did work. Yep, Dubin did have that D debt. I saw him go to D debt, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, but I was more worried about division by zero by found, but he actually got himself up and running. I think as part of the he's on the north side of the map. The three of you were on the south, so less reason to look at him, which is
Yeah, he's nice in the corner. I thought his fight is pretty good too. Like okay
well,
iron SS, protecting
well,
border.
he was a little light on iron there. Um, not the worst thing. A little light on iron, maybe also a little light on aluminum. So I was slightly worried, but it wasn't like you are doomed on found.
Yeah. Well, I nuked the time racer at so one because I figured there's not enough iron production on the map. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
at least in the early game, right? So I just
yeah
nuked
yeah
the highest iron available, and
that
it was unfortunately.
mhm. And unfortunately his base was far away enough from it. But I did like his conversion of it to wind, because it was near a cliff, so he got made that tile useful again. So I did like that play from him.
Oh, they can't hear me.
They cannot hear you.
Yeah.
That is all right. Let's see. Try speaking.
Can you hear it? Can you hear me now?
Can you all hear him? Because he's coming through on mine as something recorded. Dubin, were you just able to hear Hexapus?
Hmm.
Nothing.
Well,
Well, let me try one.
So they call this a okay.
Let me try one other thing. All right, speak again, Hexapus.
Uh, well, thanks for effort for coming. But it's nice to have some games going.
Yep.
So we can turn off our yeah, reduce
Oh,
our mic.
oh my.
Yeah, so that we can balance out ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my mic volume is through the roof, is what I'm hearing, and so that needs to be okay. Let's see, because it was set really high for my own thing. All right. Let me see if that should close it down quite a bit. All right. Is that better
Is it
for
better?
other people? Because my voice volume should have dropped substantially at that point. Ooh, I don't know if that's all right. Were you all able to turn up your volume just a bit? Oh,
Oh
so
yeah,
Hexapus.
I'm not talking. So
All right. So I may need to even reduce it even more. As I said, I got a new microphone recently, so I can now really mess with the audio settings because I may actually have a lot better of a microphone. So, all right, I'm gonna try reducing it substantially even more. All right, try speaking again, Hex Heptipus.
hey, you guys can hear me, right? Anyways, we're just gonna wrap this up. Because I think we have our our goal of having two games. It's great that Time Razor and Dubin and Division by Zero stop by.
Yes. So
And
the he wants me to increase my computer volume. I'm messing with volume. All right, I will try doing that, increasing the desktop one. All right, there we go. Try one more time, just to make them happy, so they can hear your voice before we end the stream.
okay, so the next stream will be 2 weeks from now, and I think we'll go back to the Sunday around noon time. I think that's the time that the most people can show up, and that would be the end of the Guru event.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll get audio balance done way better. Um, I'll keep messing with audio balance and see what we can do. I don't have this new microphone fully worked out yet, so we'll see. I'm trying to bring it down, but I don't want to utterly shatter things. So this may work better. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank
Okay.
you all for
Well,
joining us.
yep. Thanks, many copies for casting and hosting the games.
No
I
problem.
guess we will see everyone in 2 weeks.
Yep. Be seeing you.